Welcome everybody back to Boost Emotion, guys, and today we're gonna have a conversation. Yes, shout out to Matt McCullough from the Nissan Z group on Facebook, but he actually in a Nissan forum asked Dan Passe, which is Director of Product Communications, a couple of questions on why is there a 10K markup. So he actually responded within a Nissan forum group, and he gives some more context and information why the 10K markup. But before I get into the video, guys, if you're watching this video, please guys hit the like button if you're a Boost Emotion subscriber, and if you're new to this channel, please guys watch this video, watch some other videos. I am Boost Emotion. I've had two VR30s, which is the same current motor that's in the new Nissan Z, and I had it in the Q50 and the Q60 and modified them. So I know a lot of information on the Nissan VR30 motor, so you should definitely subscribe to the channel so you can learn a little bit more. But anyways, guys, let's jump into it. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate you so much. So the first question Matt had was, first up, can you speak on Nissan's decision to price the Sport and Performance 10K apart without an in-between trim that, for example, a Japanese market got? That's a sizable jump, even with the Nissan Performance being very well equipped. So the response was, the difference between Sport and Performance, as you pointed out, is sizable. From the LSD to the larger screens, to the aero, to the brakes, wheels, tires, seats, etc. It is certainly worth it. As for why there is why there was extensive research done, and determination was for the grade strategy that we got. In the future, there could be possible changes, but that'll be based on the consumer demand. We can certainly bench race about what Z owners will do with the Sport models. I've already had extensive discussions with enthusiasts and builders of all types. See, now I've already said in a recent video, if I'm going to be an enthusiast, I'm going to get the Sport version. I'm not going to get the Performance version because the 10K markup just really doesn't make any sense. These cars are going to be modified. Most of us is not going to keep this car stock because we've already been, us at this Boost Emotion channel, we've modified VR30s. So we're not scared to do anything to these cars. We're literally going to buy it, throw pure turbos on it, and tuning will be done. That's what happens when you have a bunch of tuners who've been tuning this car since 2016, 2017. Anyways, let's continue. Second question: the transmission option and interior choice of the Performance being no cost was a bit of a surprise as well. It seems simplicity is both pricing and trim is an overarching theme for this introductory year, with room for some tweaks going forward in the years to come. Would that be a good assessment? He says yes. The transmission, yes. Simplicity offers the key, and this is not only is for the Z, but if you look at the Nissan's overall lineup, we have streamlined offerings for a number of models. So what they're primarily talking about here is if you guys want to get an automatic or 6-speed, it's relatively pretty easy. There's really not going to be there's no difference in price, and a lot of the trims and colors are relatively going to be the same price. So literally, you're not really going to be paying so much more over for standard features and other certain choices. So I think that's actually pretty cool between that too. Let's continue. All right, most importantly, many have been along for the ride from proto reveal to the production reveal, and now to the phase of pricing and reviews reveal. We have been getting close to the final phase of the 2-year rollout. Can you provide any insight as to what's next phase for those wishing to place an order for the car should be? We have learned that the release is now summer, but when can customers expect to be able to communicate with their dealership and begin the process of securing their Z? This is a great question because as a local Brooklyn Nissan Infiniti enthusiast, I would like to pick up one for the new YouTube channel because I know a lot of information, but because of the market, because of what's going on, how is he going to answer this? Ordering. As you pointed out, there is no pre-order activity for the Z in the US market. Really? Seriously? The vehicle is due to arrive in dealerships this summer, so we recommend you contact your local dealership immediately if you're interested in getting one. I am not sure the exact timing, but I know that the allocations are happening soon. So to be the first on the block, please contact your dealership today. See, this, you know what? I'll leave this one out. I'll make a separate video talking about this, but this makes this a freaking shit show. That's all I'm saying. That is what really pisses me off there, because they need to handle this a lot better and structure this better. I hate to say it, like it sounded like iPhones when they first came out. Let's just have 600 people stand outside to get the first iPhone. People don't do that anymore, but people used to do that. But at least they'll give you a number, first come, first serve. Anyways, let's continue. Can you provide any time frame of when the dealers will receive allocation info and projected production numbers for the U.S. market? See, this is a really good question, because how many cars will we be getting? Saying that, remember, this is going to be a low volume car already. This is not like a Nissan Maxima or Ultima, which is going to be a lot of vehicles. This is a sports car, so it's going to be a small amount like the Toyota Supra. So how is this going to be? Some dealerships usually only carry like one, maybe two of these cars. How much will there actually be? Good question. But we cannot provide production numbers for the U.S. market. But for the allocations, please contact your dealership. They should have an idea already or quite soon of what they may be getting in stock. That literally is crap right there. That's kind of the working of the market, the dealership versus with the manufacturer. They know how much is being sent to the U.S. market. They know, but they just don't want to put a frenzy on it. All right. Question. We mainly just want to know what to expect as far as now as how limited or not these Z's will be starting this summer and into next year. Will customers be able to actually build to order from factory, or will this process be trying to match customers' orders with incoming inventory already built? Some members have expressed concerns that it will be dealers having to take what they can get as first leaving customers without many options. That is actually true too. This is a really good question, because right now you can't build a car. So what's going to happen is whatever's on the lot and you're first in line, they're going to say, you either take this or you leave this. If you say, no, I don't want this, then it goes to the second person, then the third person. You see what I'm saying? There's going to be cars that come in this lot that people are not going to want the color of. A 6-speed manual may come up first, and you might want an automatic. So now you're going to give up your place. You see what I'm saying? You see how, you know what? I'll leave this in another video. But anyways, let's see what his response is. So in the end, you're asking about limitations for the first year. As we've seen, every exciting new vehicle ramping up and fulfilling customers' orders takes a while. Adding supply chain issues and may take a little bit longer. And then there's a proto spec, which is only 240 for the U.S. market. This summer's Z deliveries will begin, but it will be more slow and steady versus a big blitz. Our dealer body will certainly do all they can to match customers with the vehicles initially, and customers will be able to custom order their vehicles immediately. Timing of the delivery, however, is unclear due to said supply chain and transport issues. I know it's a lot to ask, but the teams here, along with our dealer partners, are literally doing everything they can do to make sure you get the best possible Z out there. So, in all honesty, guys, I'm going to finish it off by saying shout out to Dan Passy for answering that question. And I'm going to tell you guys in all honesty, right? They didn't say anything. He didn't say anything that made answer the 10K markup. Some of you guys may sit there and say, well, I get it. I understand. You know, they got the sports stuff. Listen, people who've been in the Nissan Infiniti community, we understand the BS. You guys that are not part of this community, y'all don't understand nothing. It's not the 10K markup. It is not a 10K markup for crappy Bridgestone tires, an LSD. I understand some of the seating options and stuff like that, but it's not worth the 10K markup. There's really no big difference between the sport and the performance. Excuse me, guys. You guys may say, yeah, no boost, you know what you're talking about. There's no big difference. They have always been doing this in the Nissan Infiniti community forever. And it's usually just aesthetic modifications and some sport. But to be honest with you guys, we've been doing really good over here with an open diff on the Q50, Q60 platform for the last ever. And on the G37, even with their little VLSD, whatever that crap was. that didn't even work well. So at the end of the day, we're gonna work a lot better with less, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So shout out to Nissan Z, the new Nissan Z platform. Shout out to Matt for asking these questions. I really appreciate you. And honestly, outside of that, guys, you have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hopefully this was an informative video and we got some questions answered. So you guys hit the like button if you made it to this part. Otherwise than that, guys, you have a good day. Appreciate you.